Hey guys, it's Mel. Welcome back to the Homestead fam. Today I wanted to give you a little bit of a tour of our greenhouse and kind of tell you what we are doing. This is the first year we are growing in our greenhouse. We have been working on building it for 2.5 years now, and this is the first year we are growing inside of it. So I want to show you a little bit about what we're doing and how we're doing it, why we're doing it, and all of that. Before we get into it, make sure to subscribe, like, and hit that little bell icon so you don't miss any of our videos. I'm going to be sharing a lot more about greenhouse gardening, our first year of doing that, how we're doing things, so you don't want to miss it. Alright, so right here is our main bed. It is a 4 foot by, I can't even remember how long this is. Probably like 24 feet box. So 4 foot by 24 foot, I think, and then it's raised, I think it is a 2 foot raised bed. So in this we can grow a ton of things. And a lot of what we grow and eat is tomatoes because we make them into sauces like pizza sauce, pasta sauce. My kids love to snack on like cherry tomatoes, and we like to make salsas and all of that. So we like to grow a lot of tomatoes. So this is where we're going to grow a lot of our tomatoes. And as you can see, I have them planted tomato, 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 tomato down the whole center of this bed. Now tomatoes take up a lot of room, and I choose to grow indeterminate tomatoes, which means they will keep growing and producing until the frost in it dies. So I'm hoping to actually extend our season in here with the likeliness of frost being less in a greenhouse. So it'll be a later frost in here than it is outside. So hopefully these will produce for us late into the fall, early winter. And what we're also going to do is we are going to have a beam up here where we are going to vine our tomatoes up. So these are all going to be vining tomatoes, and that is why they are a little closer together, because I'm going to prune up higher and let them grow vertically instead of horizontally. So this is all tomatoes. Now if I had a bed of just tomatoes, it would take up a lot of space, and I wouldn't really get anything else out of that bed. So I choose to grow herbs alongside my tomatoes for a couple reasons. First of all, herbs don't get as huge as tomatoes. They're a little more compact in size, so they can grow well next to a tomato. Second, they are a great companion plant. They actually benefit each other. So I have basil and tomatoes do really well next to each other. And then I have some oregano in here. I have some sage. I'll probably put some rosemary and some thyme in here too, because this isn't completely planted out yet. But that is what we have going here. And I highly recommend that if you're just getting into gardening, that you choose to companion plant, because we used to grow, this section was tomatoes, this section was cabbage, this section was onions. But now we have found that you optimize your space by growing those things together. So instead of having this right here on the outside of our tomatoes be dead space that we're not going to use, we fill it in with more compact plants. I could even fit in some onions in here, because onions are going to grow this tall, they're not bushy, and they're really, most of the growth is under the ground in the soil. So really think about your space and how you're going to use it, and companion plant things together that like to be planted together and that will work for your space, height-wise, horizontal-wise, and so on. Now as you can see, this is still under construction back here. We've got another bed to put right here, which will be a lot of our cabbages and our peppers and our broccoli, things that are a little lower to the ground so that it doesn't block any sun coming in. And we also have some work to do on this back wall to close it in. But other than that, this space, I have super high hopes for it, and I hope that we learn and get better every single year at optimizing the space. I also have some hanging baskets hanging from the beams up here. So if you have a small space, I really recommend that you think vertically and think outside of the box. We have lettuce growing in hanging baskets here. We have beans and peas growing in hanging baskets here. So you can really do a lot in a smaller space. The last thing I'm going to leave with you is that grow what you eat. Don't try to grow all of the cool varieties or the different new cool vegetables when you don't even eat them right now in the first place. So certain things that I often seen grown on homesteads are things like celery. We don't really eat that much celery. I might put it in a soup, but that's really all we like to eat of celery. So if I need celery for those few times I'm going to make soup throughout the year, I am just going to go buy that from the store. Think of things that preserve well, whether you're going to do some dry storage, like a cellar almost with your squashes and onions and potatoes. Think about how you're going to store those to make them last longer. As for tomatoes, think about how much you want to can, how much you need to can if you want it to get you through the winter for the next year. So think of all these things before you plan your garden. And if you want to learn more about gardening and you want to see our greenhouse journey, make sure to subscribe, and we will see you next time.